And welcome back to the show, everybody. My name is Shane, and I'm here with Mark,
Hey.
and we are the Fantasy Football Pros.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What the fuck is an old man who had a heart attack 13 weeks ago shoveling driveways for when he's got 3 kids at home?
I think that's something you should be asking your family and not.
I should be asking myself, why do I allow this to happen?
Yeah. You should be waking their asses up saying, get your asses outside and take care of the snow before you give me another heart attack.
Well, especially my son, because he's going back to California in 2 days, so he should get a taste of this fucking snow.
Yeah. Because he gets to kiss it goodbye.
Yeah. Damn.
Anyway, that was some damn good football, huh?
It was. I mean, just yesterday, you and me sending messages back to each other. Whoa. No, that's a whoa. No, that's a whoa.
Yeah. It was like, wow, just wow. What? Huh? Oh my God. Just one word text messages.
And that's all it took.
I'm always on a delay from you. So whenever you text me something and I don't see anything yet, I wait. I don't look at the phone right away because I'm like, oh, something's about to happen. It's going to be really good or really bad.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. The end of the game came down to a field goal in every game. And I'm saying that because even in the Kansas City game, even though they won in overtime with a touchdown, they had to kick the field goal with no time left on the clock to get it
Going
to
to
overtime.
Yeah.
So all 4 games were decided by that at the very end of the game. I don't think that's ever happened before.
No, that was insane. That was like, it was so entertaining to watch these games, even though like they all started really, really slow.
Yeah.
And it was like mainly the end of these games that were just amazing. But all of our picks were wrong.
Yeah.
Every single one of our picks was completely wrong.
Everyone.
Oh my God.
No. I got the one right.
Who?
The Rams. I said the Rams were going to beat Tampa Bay.
Oh, you did. All right, you got one.
I got one.
Yay.
I'm better than you.
But wow.
Yeah.
So we can start with, I read an article saying that the Tennessee Titans are the most disrespected number 1 seed ever in the playoffs. And then they just lost to the, number 4 seed. So maybe they weren't being that disrespected.
So that guy who wrote that article, does he still have a job?
Probably.
Probably.
I think he works for Yahoo. But
Okay.
yeah, that article's out there. You cannot take that back.
No, you can't walk it up. We can't walk that one back.
No. They lost in the very first playoff game. So yeah.
You know, that game, the most boring of all the games to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, I like watching Joe Burrow.
Because he's so cool, calm, and collected.
He's a cool dude.
He honestly looked like Tom Brady out there. Like he's just like, okay. But like a calm Tom Brady. Meaning like he's composed and he's clutch.
He was playing like the situation wasn't bigger than him.
Yeah.
That's
like it doesn't depend on his arm and his brain and decision making and what's going to happen.
No. Did you see him out there wearing a LSU wristband?
No, I didn't see that.
So I was like, yeah, I won a national championship. Yeah, I'm. This is my game. This is me.
I won it with that other guy out there at wide receiver.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you saw this afterwards. After the game, I mean, we're talking hours after the game, a quote came out from one of the other players. And I forgot who the player was, and please don't shoot me for that one. But what he said was, here it is. They're coming into the field goal to kick the field goal to win the game, right? And here's this rookie, McPherson. He just walks up, and in the huddle, he goes, well, looks like we're going to the AFC Championship game before he hits the 52-yard field goal.
Yeah, I think he said that to Burrow.
Really?
That he like walked by Burrow and goes, looks like we'll be going to the AFC Championship game, and then ran out there and then kicked the game-winning field goal, which was a 52-yard field goal. It's like, Wow, you got some cojones, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, he is the quintessential field goal kicker that you need to have no conscience. You gotta you you cannot nothing can be bigger than you. You know, you can't get taken away by the situation. Yeah, we're gonna go to the AFC title game. Oh, by the way, let me go hit this 52-yard field goal first.
Well, he was 4 for 4 for that game, so he kind of won him that game.
Yeah.
Those are all his points.
Well, he did get the game ball in the locker room.
Nice. He deserves that.
But for the year, I don't know if you saw this. For the year, he was going into that game 9 for 11 on 50-yard plus field goals.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Now I know why they drafted him. They actually wasted a draft pick. Everybody laughed at him when they actually used a draft pick for a kicker. Well, who's laughing now? I think next year we go with the zero running back theory and draft him in the first round.
Yes. So Derrick Henry came back. Didn't have much of an impact though.
No, he didn't look explosive. He didn't look like himself. It looks like he was just out there.
Yeah, I mean, he ran it 20 times, averaging a 3.1 yards per carry for 62 yards and a touchdown. You know who looked good though? AJ Brown.
Yes, he did.
5 catches, 142 yards, and a tutty.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna have to use him as my keeper next year.
I don't think you can keep him next year.
What?
We have a limit to keeping him twice.
You're the commission. Change the rules.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, ooh, AJ Brown's gonna be back out there, huh?
Oh well, did I get? Yeah, but you can keep him how many times?
Twice.
Yeah.
This is your second year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Darnell Mooney in the 13th round.
It's not a bad option.
No, it's not. Do you remember what I predicted that Joe Mixon would not get over how many yards rushing?
No.
I wish I roll the tape. Hey, producer, roll the tape. Oh shit, we don't have a producer.
Well, I'm the producer.
I don't know. I think it was 55 yards.
I could try to play it back, but
Nah. I think I had said 55 yards.
55.
Yeah.
All together.
No.
And you got 54.
Yeah. He did have
that six receiving yards.
Yeah, he did have a lot, some receiving work. So, but still, I mean, none of the stats.
Sorry, he had 51 yards.
Yeah,
and I'm an idiot. I cannot read.
But none of the stats for anybody. No one really produced any stats except for AJ Brown.
For the Titans or
for anybody in that game.
I mean, Chase had 5 catches, 109 yards. Joe Burrow had 348 passing yards, but he didn't have any touchdowns.
That's the problem there. Yeah, I mean I thought I was looking good, okay, because I did not use anybody from this game except for Tennessee's defense. I used for my defense for DFS for the weekend, and they did fine. They scored. They had a lot of sacks. They did well. They gave up some points. So I thought I was looking really good by not selecting any player in this game. Not. But no.
But no? Okay. Then this led into another start of a boring game. Actually, no, this game started off exciting because the Packers had an opening touchdown drive. And it seemed like it was going to be a high-scoring game.
It seemed like they were going to have their way with them.
Yeah, because they stopped the 49ers on their try. And then they started like marching down the field again. And you're like, oh no, they're going to get another touchdown and just keep on rolling and rolling and rolling. But then like no one scores anything that entire first half after that touchdown.
Yeah.
In fact, the Packers, that was their only touchdown.
Yeah. It was a boring game to watch.
It was until the fourth quarter. As a Bears fan, I thought the ending was spectacular.
Because you have an ex-Bears kicker sending away your, most hated man in the most hated man in football.
Well, first of all, when Aaron Rodgers threw that pass and the ball just kind of like went up in the air, and everyone's kind of like is looking around like, huh? What? Huh? But all the 49ers are like, oh, we got it. And then they get the ball and then just rush it in for a touchdown. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, to see Robbie Gold be clutch again and make Bears happy. Put another put a smile on Bears fans' faces when he kicked that game-winning field goal. This sent Aaron Rodgers home.
Yep. Yeah, that was, I know, quite satisfying to see Rodgers go home for most Bears fans. I got a question. I just got to ask this. How does Jimmy G keep winning games when it comes to playoffs?
Well, he's got a really great supporting staff. Mainly that defense.
Yeah.
To stop Aaron Rodgers after that opening drive, that's really impressive.
But it just kills me that all I talk about Garoppolo this whole year is, oh, let's get Trey. We can't wait for Trey Lance together. We can't wait for Trey Lance. Can't wait for Trey Lance. And then all he does is win playoff games.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's that say going into next year? I mean, let's just play this. What if they continue to win playoff games? He gets the Super Bowl for a second time and wins.
Well, we've seen it before, right? Nick Foles with the Eagles.
Yeah. Trent Dilfer with Baltimore.
Yeah, just because you win, even the Super Bowl doesn't mean you get to keep your job.
Yeah, I know. But man, will that make some interesting San Francisco radio? All the talk shows out there.
Oh yeah. So the one thing going for the 49ers is they probably have the weakest quarterback.
Yeah.
In the playoffs right now. But their defense did. They stopped the Packers, which is number 1 seed, great offense.
Mm-hmm.
They only got 1 touchdown. That's really, really impressive. Now they get to play against the Rams,
who's got a good defense.
Who's got an amazing defense.
Who's going to put so much pressure on Jimmy G.
I think Jimmy's going to have some issues with that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that when we talk about the Rams, but the Packers, they're like, if they keep everybody, they're like 42 million over the cap. So they have to get rid of either Adams or Rodgers.
And
or both.
And that's one thing that disappoints me with the Packers not making it further. Now the Aaron Rodgers watch has started earlier.
Yeah.
Is he going to play? Is he not? Is he going to retire?
Well, yeah, he said he has a lot of decisions to make and everything, but
Tom Brady said the same thing too.
Yeah. But he seems like he's not playing for the Packers anymore.
No. Has he ever played for the Packers? Has he ever played for anybody but himself? Ever. Seriously, this dude is who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why State Farm gives him those good rates.
The Rodgers rate?
Yeah, I don't even know why they give it to him. They should be saying, you paid double, bitch.
He's immunized from the playoffs now, so.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, it's just such a weird game because it just went to Jones and Adams, Jones and Adams, Jones and Adams.
Yep.
Literally, nobody else had 2 targets except for this guy named Daphne. Never heard of him.
And therein lies one of my downfalls for DFS for the weekend. I actually played as a cheap thing, Cobb. I was like, oh, this is the time where he's going to show some love to Cobb. No.
He didn't care about Cobb at all.
No.
So the cool thing is we get to see Deebo Samuel in one more game.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
He is special.
To me, he's the most exciting player on the 49ers.
Yeah, he's special. He really is.
Yeah, I like that. He outshines Kittle, but Kittle's been really disappointing this season.
Yeah. As we said he would be. What we said before the season was that he's a heck of a football player. He's a really good football player, but he's not going to be a good fantasy player anymore.
We said that he has got too many weapons around him with Ayuk
Mhm.
and Debo.
Just
Not that like he wasn't talented. It was
right,
like the talent around him is better
right.
than Darren Waller and Kelsey.
And he had some really good games, but
Hmm. Yeah, like
yeah,
three really good ones.
out of 17.
Now we get to some of the better games.
Yeah,
Right, we get the Rams and Bucks. Wow, that was a fun
that
game
was.
because Tom Brady was just getting his ass handed to him right off the bat.
Uh-huh.
Probably one of the worst first halves he's ever had in any playoff game in his entire career. It's just trash. Just interceptions and 3 and outs and fumbles and oh
So at halftime, I'm gloating because I planted my flag for DFS on the Rams and Stafford. That's where I
mhm.
planted my flag. And at halftime, Shane and I are sending back text messages back and forth to each other about this. And this is all I get back from Shane is, well, did you put your bet in yet for Brady to still win this game?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I kept on texting him like, put money on him now. Well, because I'm thinking, all right, if you go to Vegas, the odds of Brady winning that game after it was like 20-3, the odds have to be amazing
Yeah.
odds, right? So if you put like $5 on it, you could win like 5 grand. And he almost did
Well,
it.
yeah. And then so
Brady did Brady
I
stuff.
send back to Shane, ain't going to happen today. They score a touchdown. He says, how about now? Ain't going to happen today. Have you done it yet? Ain't going to happen today.
Another touchdown. Did you do it now? Still not doing it? I told my wife, I'm like, either Brady is gonna win this game or he's gonna make it really, really exciting. I'm like, trust me, I know this first half is
Yeah.
horrible because she was trying to watch these games with me to be a supportive wife, and I'm like, he'll wait until the fourth quarter and he'll make it fun,
Yep. He did.
and he did. He
Yeah.
did. I was real good. Imagine if they had Antonio Brown or Chris Godwin.
Mm-hmm.
So they're talking about, will Brady retire or not? And I don't think he's going to because he still has a good team here. He's not going to be rebuilding anything. You get Chris Godwin back next season. He should be solid.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, no Antonio Brown. That's going to hurt, but
Someone else
it is
they'll
what
get
it is.
someone else in there.
Yeah.
Brady will restructure his contract again because that's what he does because he wants to win.
He doesn't care about the money
Yeah.
now. No.
Dude, Giselle's worth so much more money than he is. He could be a cut man.
She was on camera. They put her on camera, and
Stuff in her
like the
face.
whole family's, yeah, well, started waving. And then when she saw herself eating on camera, she ran away. It's like, no, Giselle, you could be seen like eating food unless that's in her contract that she's not
Yeah.
allowed
And
to.
if you really want to, you can be seen sucking on a carrot if you want.
Ew, Mark, cochino.
Well, I mean, carrots are healthy for her.
Oh man, they are. They're really great for your vision.
That's probably why my vision sucks.
Yeah, the Rams in this game, they just look so complete.
Yeah.
They have two good running backs right now with Akers and Sonny Michelle, even though it was all Akers. All
Yeah,
Akers.
it was.
But they have a good quarterback, Matthew Stafford. They got Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham Jr. with Van Jefferson. Like, those are solid wide receivers. And they have one of the scariest defensive lines we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Like, Brady was just on the run the entire game.
He had no time.
Mm-hmm. Even if you see the guys that they have on defense, it's just
Aaron Donald's the man. He's the man.
he makes everyone look better
Yeah.
around him. Yeah. But you throw in Von Miller,
Mm-hmm.
you throw in Floyd, former
Yeah.
Bear. Who else? They got somebody else, right?
Well, they got about 8 other guys on the line at on the defense at the same time.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's other people that play too.
But what killed? Okay, so what killed me in this game? I planted my flag on this game. I actually did a 5-player prop parlay on this game.
Wow. Okay.
Hit it all. Hit everything I asked for except for one
Nice.
thing.
Oh.
Akers needed the over under on Akers for yards. Carrying yards rushing was 49.5.
Ah. Wow. Really?
He had 48. So remember that fumble at the end?
Yeah. That cost you.
That cost me a 20 because a 5-player prop parlay pays 20-1.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome odds.
Yeah,
And you were a yard and a half away.
yard and a half away. I was
Ugh.
so hoping that the Rams missed the field goal to win it at the very end, so it'd have to go into overtime so I can get that yard and a half from Akers.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and I wanted the Rams to win. I said the Rams were going to win. I wanted them to win. I would prefer them to win in overtime after Akers ran for 2 more yards.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is the first time. This is crazy to hear. This is the first time in 12 years that the conference championship title games will not have either Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hello.
The king is dead.
Yep. Enter the new breed.
It was
Oh, but wait a
almost
minute.
it was almost like a clean sweep of like fresh teams to make it this far in the playoffs. I mean, the Bengals, the 49ers, and the Rams, and then you almost had the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Almost had the Bills.
Mm-hmm. Should have had the Bills.
This was the most exciting game of the entire season so far. And these two teams should not have been playing against each other this early.
It was extremely exciting. And at work, I was at work while this was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought for sure, I mean, and we did. We had a lot of deliveries for pizzas before the game started.
Yeah.
And then everybody just was at home watching the game because we were dead as a doornail inside the restaurant.
Oh, I bet.
I did not have a single customer walk in the door to sit down after 7:15.
It was a fun game. That was just wow. It was just so well played by both
Yeah.
teams. And
Yeah, I mean they really look good.
yeah,
Both teams really did. Their offenses looked really good.
and Josh Allen, geez, like MVP of the playoffs. This guy
Yeah.
was doing all the work.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, it's so funny. I get a phone call from my brother-in-law, and he's like, "I just got to talk to you about this game." He was this Josh Allen kid. Wow. And I'm like, yeah.
You just heard of him?
It just you have to admit, unless you follow a lot, you've heard of him, but you've really never watched him play too much because he hasn't been around that long.
Right, it's
And
like his fourth season.
yeah, but still, for the average football fan,
Okay.
you know, and then you see him in a national game like this, and you see how he balls out like this. You're like, why haven't I been watching this guy before?
Yeah. He's not fast, but he's big. And when he runs, the defense doesn't look like they really want to hit him.
Man, when he leveled number 26, I don't even know who his name is. He was running toward the side, and this little 26 tries to take him down, and Josh Allen lowers his shoulder into him and just sends him. I'm like, yeah, you're a 5'11" corner going against a 6'5", 245-pound monster.
Yeah, he's
That's
big
not
boy.
going to work out well for you.
The only problem with this game, I thought, was Tony Romo.
I was spared not to hearing his
Oh,
voice.
I'm like this guy. I'm like, yeah, you're a decent quarterback, but like he just says some stupid shit. Like
He's from Eastern Illinois University. What do
he
you
literally
expect?
said quarterback A is like this and quarterback B is the exact opposite and like this. But it seems like during this game they switch roles. And then later on in the game, when they hit in overtime, he's like, these two quarterbacks are identical. I'm like, you just said three different things about these guys that doesn't make sense.
Uh-huh.
Like sometimes Tony, you don't need to fill up the space.
Yeah.
Just
No,
let the
I
game
was
play.
saved from hearing him because I really do not like him as a broadcaster.
Yeah,
I don't.
he has a lot of issues. He's the only one I have issues with.
Yeah,
It's like he
give
could
me
join the Peyton brothers, right? Peyton brothers, Manning brothers.
yeah, the Peyton brother.
He could join them because like they don't
It's,
really follow the
it's,
game. They're just talking about like their own life stories.
yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's that game just incredible. Just incredible. It really was.
25 points scored within a minute 54.
Yeah.
Insane. And then it hit overtime, and then like I'm trying to explain the rules of overtime to my wife, and she's like, "This doesn't
Which are
make
bullshit, by the way.
yeah." She's like, "This doesn't make sense. This is stupid." And I'm like, "Explain." I'm like, "You understand it?" She's like, "Yeah, I understand it, but it doesn't make sense why the other team doesn't get another try."
Exactly.
I'm like, "Well, but they got the opportunity to defend them, and they didn't do it."
It's still bullshit. Go to the college rules.
What does the other team get a full opportunity to score a
Yeah.
touchdown too?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's make it not dependent on a fucking coin flip.
A coin flip, yeah. I guess that part is a little bit unfair, but
Bullshit.
yeah, I guess I can join that bandwagon. When it comes down to the playoffs, like you can change the rules a little bit. Like
Oh, I
you
mean,
don't need to speed up time. You want the best team to win.
every team had special, like hockey for years had special overtime rules in the playoffs compared to during the regular season.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Do the same thing because you can't end in a tie in the playoffs in hockey, right?
no.
When in the regular season, you can't. So there's different rules for playoffs than there is for regular season.
So what do you think the outlook for Gabriel Davis looks like for next season? You know, after he got 10 targets, 8 catches, 201 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's not going to be. This is not going to be a dude you're going to be able to get off the waiver wire after the draft.
No, he's gonna be he's gonna be up there. He's gonna be at least like 4th round.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible what he did. He just looked good doing it too,
Mm-hmm.
and it definitely looks like there's a connection between those two.
And Mahomes is just on fire this game. Both quarterbacks are just on fire.
So this is what I got out of this game as a Bear fan, or ex-Bear fan, or however you want to call me. One, please, 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 do not hire Frazier as the head coach for the Bears. Just don't go there.
Why's that?
I mean, come down to the most important game he allows.
Wait, who's Frazier first?
Leslie Frazier, the defensive coordinator for Buffalo.
Okay. Now continue your story.
Okay. So for this guy who is getting head coaching looks again after he failed as a head coach the first time, he's the defensive coordinator in Buffalo. And for you to allow your defense to allow Mahomes to go the length of field in 13 seconds to put the game in overtime, why? Can't. He was moving at will. But on that same game, the offensive coordinator for Buffalo, I would love to see him as the Bears head coach to be able to work with Fields. Because look what he's done with Josh Allen.
Yeah, if he could do what he did with Allen to Fields, wow. And they're very similar players.
Yeah. Yeah. Except for Allen. I don't know if you saw this. He sent, when he was a high school senior, he sent 1,000 tapes out to college coaches on his play. Didn't get one college scholarship offer.
Wow.
Not one. He had to go play junior college.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He then sends out all that to college again and got one response back, and that was Wyoming.
Wow.
So to take a guy that didn't have the pedigree like Fields has, right? Fields won everywhere he was at.
Yeah.
I just drool. My mouth is salivating right now thinking about what he could do with Fields.
I can't bash the defensive coordinator though, because he had an amazing season. I believe they were the number one defense in the year.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
just you're going against Patty Mahomes, you're going against Andy Reid. I mean, these are
And Tyreek Hill
offensive
was special.
genius. Tyreek Hill is almost unguardable. And not only that, but they have Pringle and they have Robinson. Like all these guys are fast.
Mhm.
So you give them space to move and they make you hurt.
Yeah, I mean, they
And Mahomes, all he needs is that one guy to be open. He'll find him. And
can you imagine if they actually had a good running back?
yeah, could you imagine?
Yeah. Let's say Cam Akers was on that team instead of the Rams. Wow.
Well, logically, I mean, they could get Melvin Gordon next season.
Yeah. Yeah, who's still got gas in the tank.
Ooh, picture this. Play devil's advocate.
Uh-oh.
Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
That's exactly the player that they want.
Yeah.
Pass catching specialist that can run.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, picture this. Kamara wants to leave because Sean Payton is the next Bears head coach.
I'll take Sean Payton.
Yeah, I would too.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, so leading up to next week, we got I don't know what we got. We got the Bengals who going against the Chiefs. In all rights, this should be a blowout.
Should be.
But for somehow Cincinnati continues to keep it close
hmm
and win at the end.
I don't think they can though. I
Yeah.
mean, the Bills couldn't stop the Chiefs
Mm-mm.
at all. And yeah, it definitely looks like the Kansas City will blow out the Bengals.
Yeah, which is a shame because like you said, we like Joe Burrow, we like
hmm
Chase.
We
Um,
we both appreciate if the Bengals won.
yeah,
We'd love having brand new teams in the Super Bowl. I mean, we've seen Kansas City here before many
yeah,
times.
yeah. But I just don't see how possible that can happen. And then the flip side, the other game, the Rams and 49ers.
hmm
Again, watching the games, watching the last, let's say, yes, the 49ers just keep winning on games they have to win to get into the playoffs and then winning in the playoffs. That is okay. As there's one thing that Jimmy G said that is very, I thought he's dead on. He goes, a team on a hot streak is a dangerous team.
hmm Yeah. It's normally the wild card team.
Yeah. But the Rams, I mean, how good that defense looked. Oh my God.
Well, the whole team up and down though.
Yeah.
Offense and defense. They're complete, unlike the 49ers that have a glaring hole at QB.
Mm-hmm.
And their running game is not the greatest, I'd say.
No. No. They've it's been broken down a bit. But so I mean, we should be having in the Super Bowl the Rams and Chiefs, which how fun will that be?
Yeah, that'd be really fun. Two amazing defenses, amazing offenses, and to see Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's always been a good quarterback, and he's just always been on a bad team.
Yeah.
He finally gets this opportunity to actually play in the playoffs, and he's winning. So
Well,
exciting for him.
I had my one delivery driver, what he said to me, and he's a big fantasy player. He loves playing fantasy plays in several different leagues. And he was sitting there in between deliveries, just looking up at the screen. He's like, "I'm happy for Matt Stafford."
hmm
He goes, "I'm really happy for him. He deserves
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Ha- to have to go through what he went through in Detroit. Detroit was probably saying what we had to go through dealing with Stafford."
Whatever. He was the only one that made that team relevant at all.
Yeah,
But to see Tom Brady like crying and getting flagged for crying is kind of funny. Even though like he kind of had a good cause. I mean, he got hit in the head. It was a hell with the helmet hit, and
yeah,
he was bleeding in his mouth.
Uh-huh.
He was yelling at the ref like, "Look at my blood." Like he's like, "Nope, you just said something about my mama and flag."
Well, no, you know what it was? It was he talked on a podcast a couple days before the game.
Mhm.
Someone asked him, "Do you think you get preferential treatment?" And he said in the podcast, he goes, "I must because there's so many times I should be flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct for yelling at the refs because he goes, I get brutal with them sometimes. He goes, I should have been flagged sometime in my career for it
No, he said
or something like that, right?
it was similar. He said that he doesn't believe that he gets a lot of calls in his favor of roughing the passer more than he says he doesn't get it more than other QBs. But what he probably does get more is unsportsmanlike conduct for yelling at the referees.
Yeah. And so
And
they heard that and they're like, "Here, we're going to give you one. Here you go. Now you can say you got one."
yeah. But to be honest, I mean, you got somebody just screaming in your face. I mean, you can't have that either.
I get
Right?
it every day.
That's when that's when the players like they start getting like rough with each other. They're not respecting the referees, and they're definitely not going to respecting the other team.
Yeah.
So who's your new Super Bowl pick then?
Yeah. Can I have a do-over?
Yeah. Like we didn't make a pick during the wild card weekend. So half of those teams were gone. We made picks. all of our teams are gone. Who's your new team?
It's a team of destiny.
Uh-huh.
It's Matt Stafford's year.
Yeah, I agree.
Stafford against Kansas City. There you go.
And then next week when we talk,
And they're both, and it's going to be Cincinnati against San Francisco.
we're like, "Go Bengals!"
I was like, "We told you we like Joe Burrow."
That would be amazing if it was Cincinnati versus San Francisco.
No, it wouldn't be. That would not be a game I really want to watch.
But if the Rams win,
Yeah,
they get home field advantage.
yeah,
I think.
yeah,
Well, do they?
yeah. Because the Super Bowl is at
It's in LA.
LA. It'll be at their
No
stadium.
matter what, it's home field advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. This is Mark and I texting each other. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, one word. That's all. We don't have to say. We don't have to even say anything. We just text one word to each other, and we know exactly what the one's talking about.
It was just this is a good game. Very. Wow. Yeah. Oh my God. Just wow. Can't believe this game. I'm disappointed. Yep.
Yeah, that's our conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Just wow.
All right. I think that's all we got for you guys.
Wow.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I will not be with you guys next week. I will
Ah.
be in Hawaii.
Oh, that's going to be horrible.
Yeah, it's gonna.
This just in, I do predict that there will be a tsunami in Hawaii next week.
Fuck you.
No, you should be thanking me because all my predictions have been wrong. So enjoy your vacation.
Yeah, I just looked at the weather. It's going to be a horrible 79 and 80 degrees every day.
Oh, that sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, you enjoy that while I'm enjoying all the snow.
You do that, and if you feel up to it, feel free to come over and shovel at my house.
The kids are going with you?
No.
Then no, they'll be fine.
Trust me, they won't do shit until I get here, and it's going to be one big ice driveway.
That'll be funny.
Yeah, like, what the hell? Why'd you park
Come
on the
back from
street?
vacation, you're day one, and you're shoveling out there again.
Oh, don't even do me. Alrighty.
All right, thank you guys so much for listening. Mark will be back in 2 weeks, and I will see you next week.
See ya.